Welcome to Watercolour Live. My name is JANINE GALLIZIA. Our next Watercolour Live session will take place this Monday, the 7th of April. And we're going to be influenced by this beautiful scene of Eugène Boudin, who was a French artist working in the Impressionist period. What was so important about this period and where I want to go with this painting is that the Impressionists really understood. They worked and they understood how they could create the feeling of a moment, just a simple moment, meaning we're not looking for perfection of shape, of texture, of objects. We're looking at how do we grasp, how can we recreate with paint, water, and paper an impressionistic feel that captures a moment in time. So this was actually a combination of light and shadows, of atmosphere, but talking about atmosphere in that actual physical sense. So it's kind of like the humidity in the air, or it's that heat from rising up from the ground, actually getting that sense of atmosphere in your painting. But they didn't just do that. It's a capture of ordinary things happening in ordinary moments that could be like a snippet or a screenshot of a moment. And that's what the Impressionist period was so good at. So by going back and looking at how they actually got the light, the shadows, the atmosphere, all moving together to create what becomes a very emotional, but also at the same time, an impact that touches people, because it's not so much about the exact shape of something, the exact texture of something. It leaves a lot of imagination, a lot of mystery, a lot of the ability for the person to project their own emotions and their own feeling into the painting. So the Impressionist period was probably the best period that actually separated figurative art to emotional art. So this Monday, the 7th of April, that's what we're going to be doing. It's a port scene. There's people, there's boats, there's sky, there's buildings, there's pretty much everything. But in this painting, we're going to be reworking it for a watercolor. Don't forget that the Impressionist period was actually built on the back of watercolor. So we're going to be taking a little bit of a step back in time, looking how the Impressionists actually got this mood and this feel in their paintings, and we're going to transform that into a watercolor. So I think that's a brilliant subject. I think you're going to love it. I think we're going to be able to then inject this sort of mood and feel regardless the subject that we do. So if you do want to come along to this session, don't forget that if you paint along with me, you will get a critique of your painting during the live. This is personal counseling to help you understand where your weaknesses may be, understand how to fix them, and hopefully that will help you in your future paintings. But at the same time, if you can't come along, don't worry, you just get the replay. The replay will allow you to gain and keep the information during this session that you can watch over and over, because in both cases, you have live access to the replay. So the only thing to say, play with the subject, and I'll see you on Monday, the 7th of April. Take care. Bye.